Hey guys, it's Tydas. I make ESO theory content and put them to practice, so make sure you subscribe to the channel for updates on the latest video. Okay, let's get started with the build. So, skills. One of the biggest weaknesses for Stamina Necro is their mobility. So, you need some form of gap closing or stun. So on this build we do have Stampede along with Dawnbreaker, so that way you can prevent people from moving away from your burst. Now you can use the ultimate Colossus, but a lot of people can just get out of that. Now if in a group fight, then I would personally use Colossus, just because someone else will provide the stun and then you could time the ultis together. But if you're playing solo, then you stick with Dawnbreaker. Blastbones, Dizzy Swing, Executioner, and then Rally, your back bar, Mortal Coil. Now I use this for passive healing, and also at the same time you do restore stamina over 12 seconds, and you get the extra healing while it's slotted on the back bar, so in your sword and shield bar. Now the good thing about the coil is that you do get stamina back through block, beckoning armor, your resistance armor, and also anytime someone is attacking you from range, pulls them in. Also quite good against sorts when they're using streak on you, you could pull them in. Spirit Guardian gives you the 10% damage reduction. We are a vampire here, use it for elusiveness, but this is more of like you're removing your CC of your immobilization and also reduce damage. Really good for kiting, trying to reset your precision. Then you got Resolving Figure. The back bar you can have different ultis in here. Now I sometimes go to a group, so I like to use Goliath, so I could just go and be really aggressive, especially with this set. Now we are stage 2 vampire on this. So sets wise, we have 4-piece students. Now with how the set works, penetration is pretty important. You can use agility with this, but I found that students will be overall better because you get the weapon damage as well as the penetration compared to stamina and weapon damage. I am using Nernhone on this for the heal. Now you can use sharpened instead, just because our crit is pretty low, but I do like the passive that Nernhone gives as well. Back bar, Pontates, shield sturdy because you block a lot, and also the tri-stat glyph. Next set is Ballogs. This allows you to have the burst. The traits, you could use anything in here, so you could use like Impen, depending if you're in a group a lot, then I would use Infused personally. Infused and well fitted, but if you're playing solo, then I would personally use all Impen on all the stats. So you can see this. You can put tri-glyphs on here, but because we're heavy armor, and then with the other set, it's usually best just stack up stamina on this. We won't have enough stats otherwise. Next set is Crimson. Now this allows you to play really aggressive. One of the best stamina sets in the game right now. And then the last set is Malakath with Infused. Character wise, I am an Orc. Now you can use Nord for this, play really defensive, but as I said, sometimes I'm in a group, so I like to use Orc just for the weapon damage. Also reduce the sprint, so if you need to sprint with a heavy armor, so it's not going to be that expensive. Champion point wise, you could put whatever you want on this. Put Ironclad, 81. Now you can reduce this to 37, and then increase the thick skin because you do get a lot of dot. Then you can reduce the armor depending on how much you need. Then you can put some in resistance, but because we're heavy armor it doesn't matter too much, but the thick skin is really important. And you can see the Mooncalf, Tenacity. I prioritize Shadow Ward more compared to Tumbling, just because it's more safer to block with a heavy armor due to the passive. Which is this one here. When you take damage for each heavy armor piece, you get resource back. So pretty useful for that side of it. So the main playstyle on this is that we are stage 2 vampire. We use it for the elusiveness to break your immunity and immobilization, and also because of this strike from the shadows, 300 weapon damage, spell damage, 6 seconds. So pretty useful that side. So when you buff up, get 4.1k weapon damage. And then when you come out collect 4.4, then obviously when you got Balog, that would increase to whatever ulti that you have. So you can go pretty much up to 5k. Then obviously with your Soul passive with your continuous, you get the extra weapon damage on here. You need to mind. Onyeki. Okay, so hopefully you found this build useful. Subscribe and like the video for more content. Cheers.